B is for bi. This is crazy. We're gay, but this is crazy. What? For a baby?
So looking back as a kid, I feel like I was pretty spoiled in terms of the popular TV shows and books I grew up with. You know, there were banger TV shows out like SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, iCarly, and the books were great. There was Goosebumps, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. But nowadays, there seems to be something very strange going on with the TV shows and books coming out for the current generation of kids and next generation. Granted, I have been out of the loop for a while, so I don't know all of them, but today we're going to be taking a little glimpse into some of these books and shows available to the generation growing up right now. So without further ado, let's check it out.
Okay, we're gay, but we're in Barnes & Nobles, and there's a kids book section, a gay kids book section, and this shit is crazy. Look at this. Okay, there's the gay BCs, right? Bye Bye Binary. Bye Bye Binary with a mohawk on a baby. Gay BCs, you're not ready. Can you hold this? Okay. What? A is for arrow and ace. B is for bi. This is crazy. We're gay, but this is crazy. What? For a baby? For arrow and ace?
Arrow and ace. I've never even heard of these words, and I'm a fully grown adult, but apparently this was so important that a fucking toddler needs to know it. What happened to A is for apple or animal or something, and B is for baby? No, I guess teaching toddlers about bisexuality and drag is more crucial than basic words. As if a little kid has any concept of sexuality at that age. This is actually fucking crazy, and like, this girl is at Barnes and Nobles. These books are just on the shelf. This isn't some niche store where you could find these books. Any kid can just pick this up. There is absolutely zero reason any young kid needs to be learning about these things. Anything sexual at all, really.
B is for bi. This is crazy. We're gay, but this is crazy. What? For a baby? Okay, E is for equality. We'll take that. F is for family. Okay, we're getting better. Okay, why did it start so crazy?
Just for hope.
It got better. I is for intersex. It's pushing it. For a baby, this is pushing it.
J is for joy.
J is for joy. We'll take Tio and Tio. That looks nice. I is for intersex.
And I is for insanity. Because that's what this book is. It's fucking insane. You gotta wonder what publisher is acquiring all these books. Who is giving the green light to all of this? Also, I know that all these bookstores want a wide variety of books and they want to be inclusive, but is it really that crazy to say that children shouldn't be reading about gender identity and sexuality? That's the kind of thing that should come to a person naturally in their life without any outside forces and influences, especially at a young age. But these are the books being made for kids now. This is what Barnes & Noble apparently has shelves of. All of these books are just out in the open for kids to grab, or maybe even parents to buy.
When I was showrunning Steven Universe, Garnet was my hill to die on. Garnet was based off my relationship with Ian. Ruby and Sapphire are us. We were running the show together. We knew at that time, this was 2011, 2012, that we weren't going to be allowed to show Ruby and Sapphire in a relationship with each other. So we were trying to figure out a way to have it be a character that you already loved so much that it just could not be taken out of the fabric of the show itself. We kept Ruby and Sapphire hidden from the network until 2014 when we finally made Jailbreak. And as expected, we got the note that these characters cannot be in a romantic relationship.
Rebecca Sugar, creator of the kids show Steven Universe, says the quiet part out loud. She used her position to secretly inject LGBTQ propaganda into the show behind the network's back. LGBTQ activists use kids shows to groom kids. You see, what happened to just focusing on making a great show? Like, I don't think the creators of SpongeBob were looking for ways for SpongeBob and Patrick to enter into a gay romance. They just focused on making the show entertaining and funny. And that's why to this day, SpongeBob is a legendary show that everyone loves and is still relevant. At least the first few seasons are. I never watched past that. Whereas this show, Steven Universe, is, it is a bit past my time, but I've never even heard of it. It's not relevant. There's no memes of it. All these shows suck now.
Kept Ruby and Sapphire hidden from the network until 2014 when we finally made Jailbreak. And as expected, we got the note that these characters cannot be in a romantic relationship. I said that they are. They sing a song about it. They're in love. The song's already been recorded. We can't take it out. And it also was just right. It was just what the story was about. We got the characters in, and from then on, every episode with Ruby and Sapphire was a big uphill battle, but it was one that I was willing to fight. I would compromise on other things, but I would not compromise on Ruby and Sapphire.
It's funny how she's got all this inspirational music in the background when what she basically did here was lie to her studio who funded this production and then pushed her ideologies behind the studio's back in a show dedicated for little kids. Isn't that just kind of creepy and weird to even have sexuality and relationships on your mind when making media for little kids? That's very questionable right there. Things are getting fucking crazy now, and it's probably going to be getting crazier, so be aware and vigilant of what kind of media you're consuming, especially if you have kids.
A is for Arrow and Ace.
But anyways, I think that's going to wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos coming soon to the channel. And let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. At this point, it seems like almost all media in general, including literal children's books and TV shows, is being used to push somebody's ideologies. Even the kids are being subjected to this. There's always some kind of agenda at play. There's no middle ground anymore. There's no creating something for the sake of pure entertainment or teaching, kids basic things. Everything is political or gay. Propaganda is everywhere, it looks like, and this is the most extreme version of it we're seeing, but let me know what your thoughts are. Leave a comment. Peace.